Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, you guys. Well, as usual, we have a lot to cover. This format is a little different than usual, but let's just jump right in. You guys let me know what you think at the end about the new format, okay? Let's go. We're starting off with this comment by Baby Grandma. Apparently, her grandson was so happy that I turned my intro back to normal. So, Bubba, this is for you. Bubba, you are correct. I did. So this is for you. Okay, I'm glad you're happy. We're going to start off this morning with the news that King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla are going to be going to Germany at the end of March. And while in the capital, Charles is supposed to make a speech addressing the German parliament, the Bundestag. I hope I'm saying that right. And this comes at the same time that the French media said that the king would make his first overseas stop in Paris, with President Macron sending him an invitation in September. So what they're saying now is the trip to France will probably be first, and then they'll go on to Hamburg afterwards, and they'll be in Berlin around March 30th. Now, the palace will neither confirm nor deny if they're going to see France first, or here's the German chancellor, or Germany first. And that is due to security. And we all know that while security was always a big thing with the royals, the security talk has now gone through the roof because of Harry's book and the Taliban and calling the people that he killed chess pieces. Yeah. So, of course, the Buckingham Palace will neither confirm nor deny what's going on here. Can't really blame them. Next up, the Scar Free Foundation had a get-together. They were celebrating women and girls who make their work possible, and they had royal patron Sophie there. I just love her. Secret weapon Sophie. Also, the David Livingstone birthplace welcomed the Royal Princess Anne to their museum. She toured their exhibition, met the trustees, volunteers, and staff. She planted a tree as part of the Queen's Green Canopy. We know all about that. And Anne, of course, looked as lovely as always. Sticking with Princess Anne, she went to the King's Troop, and she visited where the people that do saddles showcase the training in the trade and craft of the saddles, which I think is really cool. Now, one of the things that everybody noticed when they saw Anne was this jacket that she was wearing. And of course, Remoulade Sauce did a little back digging, and they found that she'd been wearing this jacket since 1999. That makes me feel so much better about not throwing stuff out of my closet. No, seriously. Next up, it was reported that Prince William stopped by the Ipswich ambulance station to show his support. Looking good there, William. This is what I like about the royals, is that even though Sophie and Anne and the other royals are going around doing things, they don't put that information out to clash with what Camilla and Charles and the other royals are doing. They just announce it like the next day. This is what I love. This is the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be all about attention grabbing. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Moving on, Chris Ship reported today that King Charles is giving away for free 10,000 tickets to the concert that's going to take place at Windsor Castle. We've already heard all about this concert. It's supposed to be absolutely, if you thought the Platinum Jubilee concert was a good thing, this apparently they're saying is going to blow it right out of the water. It's being done as a lottery. So you have to put your name in, you go on the website, and you'll be able to see the instructions on how to do that. We're all looking forward to the coronation. We've already heard it's going to be slimmed down compared to the coronation that his mother had. And he wasn't going to do the horses and the pomp and circumstance, but that's what Brits are known for. And if you don't do it, why would I want to spend money, or why would anybody want to spend money to fly over and watch what's supposed to be a huge world spectacle unless you make it a world spectacle? You guys know where I'm going. All right, next up, I just want to throw this picture out there. Remember yesterday I told you that Catherine was doing this boat thing in the museum? I didn't realize that she was racing against William until this photo came out. Oh, they're so competitive. And another thing I just wanted to throw out there, while Catherine and William, the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, were at the daycare center, the one where they dance the hokey cokey, they apparently had a discussion, a roundtable discussion about the different support and services that were available to the local people there in the community. Love it. All right, next up, Catherine and William made, now this is the interesting part, they made a personal donation to help out with what's going on in Turkey. They sent out a very nice note expressing their sympathies for everybody that's been injured, and King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla later confirmed they also will be making a personal donation. In other words, this is not money that's going through their charities. This is their money. And I just think it's nice that they're acknowledging what is going on in the other countries. They're not just smoothing it over or not saying anything about it. Because again, by them speaking, they can get other people to help donate and help out as well. Now, we all know what's going to happen next. Harry and Meghan are going to suddenly make a donation through Archewell. This money that was given through Catherine and William was a personal donation. It had nothing to do with their charity. This was their pocket money. So as you can see, the money is going to a good cause, and the royals are doing what royals do. They are bringing attention to a wonderful cause, hoping to get others to donate. Way to go. All right, moving on. This is just another debunking thing. We all remember when Meghan Markle said that it was very jarring for the Brits, even in private, to hug, that they're not a hugger. But of course, we all know that that's not true. Let's start with this picture of Catherine hugging her teacher from 25 years ago that she just ran into. Then you have Catherine hugging the young lady, Captain Preet Chandy, who went across, the Antarctic by herself. How about this little boy named Josh, who Catherine hugged in 2020. Now, for those of you who may not realize it, Josh has sensory autism, and he wrote her wedding and baby cards, and she went up and hugged him and said, congratulated him and admitted she got the cards. Here's Catherine hugging somebody back in 2018. It was a participant from the Coach Core Essex apprenticeship thing that she went to. Here's Catherine also in 2018 hugging somebody from the Action for Children from the photography workshop. Here she is hugging that little baby outside St. Thomas Church when they went to Wales in 2022. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm glad this article came out, because what this article basically did was it debunked something else from the Netflix joke of a documentary. It shows that Catherine is a hugger. She's always been a hugger. She just didn't want to hug Meghan because deep down, you know what I'm saying? It's like animals. They either like you or they don't. They know the nice people. I think Catherine knows the nice from the not nice. Just my opinion. All right, moving on. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, is apparently on March 6th going to travel to New York City to promote a new novel she's written called A Most Intriguing Lady. Now, it's being reported that she's going to talk about Harry and Meghan while she's promoting this book. What she would know about them, I have no idea. She'll be at the Cultural Center at the 92nd Street Y, according to the press release. She's also going to talk about her relationship with the Queen. And they're saying that this book that she wrote draws upon historical characters and biographical elements from Fergie's own royal life and family lineage. Seeing as how one of her daughters was very close to them up until recently, makes you wonder if this isn't some kind of a setup where she's going to tout them. Now, the last time she was seen speaking in public was at Lisa Presley's funeral, Elvis Presley's daughter, and they said that she used some quotes from the Queen when she did that, and therefore she gave a very eloquent speech. Again, I'd have to take anything she says with a grain of salt because, this could be a total setup. She did say that the Queen was more of a mother to her than her own mother had been, and she'd never faltered, and she was no greater mentor than her, and that the consistency has been a great honor, a huge honor, and it made her want to cry. Well, there you go. All right, now with that news, they're saying Harry and Meghan are set for any fresh revelations that might come out of Sarah Ferguson's mouth. I have to be honest, I don't think they had a close relationship with Sarah Ferguson. So I don't know what she could possibly say about the two of them. And this is all happening as it's being reported that neither Harry nor Meghan have any regrets at all about the attacks that they've done on the royal family with the book. They're supposed to be in good spirits. They went to Ellen DeGeneres' party. And one person said that was at that gathering, said that, quote, Harry said he was really happy about the success of the book and the reaction to it, and that he had no regrets about the revelations, and he's relieved to have gotten his story out into the world. There you go. He doesn't even see that he's become a laughingstock. And Angela Levin, the young lady who spent like a whole year with Harry before she wrote his autobiography, said she doesn't even recognize him anymore. She cannot believe that he has no regrets about all of this stuff that he's written. What a shame. And talking about invading privacy, do you remember I showed you this yesterday when Nir Sean said that Harry was contacting his attorneys to sue Sasha Walpole for invading his privacy after he's the one who let the whole world know that, about what happened in the grass? Well, she went on Piers Morgan and she basically said Meghan Markle was a gold digger. Now, she also confirmed that she signed an NDA as a standard practice for a staff member. She worked as a groom at Highgrove, so she's not allowed to give out information about the royal family. Do I think an NDA then transfers to a personal sexual relationship between the two of them? No, I don't. Well, Australian News had something to say about this. You guys know how much I love the Australian News. Listen to this.
The problem that Prince Harry has about this story is, in any ordinary season, if a woman did a story saying that she'd slept with him or had sex with him in the field, I don't think we can quite say they slept together. If she said that and the tabloids did these huge splashes on it, which is what has happened in Britain and around the world, Prince Harry in any normal season would say, whoa, this is the tabloids invading my privacy, and I think this is outrageous, and he'd probably sue. Here's the problem, though. He invaded his own privacy once again. It was him who spilt this story in his memoir, so he has no leg to stand on when the woman in question then comes out and tells her side of the story. As I say, this is a classic example of what has happened with the Sussexes since they moved to California. Endlessly saying that they want privacy and protection from the press, but in reality, the prime interlopers into their own privacy are the couple themselves, who repeatedly reveal things that they don't need to reveal, but all for a bit of money.
And that's what it all comes down to. There's no other motivation to be indulging in this sort of tomfoolery. We did not ask these questions. He just shared,
overshared. To know this.
Douglas.
Absolutely.
No, I want to wipe it from my memory, to be honest with you. Douglas Murray, thank you so much for your time.
All right, you guys. Now, big news. Samantha Markle is trying to get the documents from the palace for the bullying allegations to use in her court case. She's also asking for a release of all her WhatsApp messages, her text messages. They're wanting all that information for court. So now, of course, it's coming out that they're probably going to offer to pay Samantha off before it goes to court. So because it's going to be another incident like there was in the UK. You guys know that it was what I call a Pyrrhic victory, where Meghan might have won, but she lost because everybody found out about, finding freedom and the fact that she had helped write the book, and she had lied in court, and it damaged her reputation. The problem here is Samantha has been unable to make a living, and she's had to get restraining orders, and she's getting death threats because of the things that Meghan said. So do I think Samantha should settle? No. Do I think Meghan's going to try to make her settle so none of this stuff will come out? She doesn't want another incident like what happened in the UK. Staff at the palace were used by Harry and Meghan to help with this book. You know what I'm saying? So she's not going to want any information to come out. Samantha, don't settle. Go the distance. All right, next up, they're saying that Harry and Meghan are being very quiet right now because they're trying to come up with what they can do to draw the attention away from Charles during the coronation. I got to be honest, I can't think of anything you could do that would take that attention away. Now, at the same time, it's being rumored they want to relaunch themselves, and they want to redo the African tour. Would that be the African tour where this gorgeous house they were staying in, they called it a housing unit? Would that be the African tour where Meghan goes to see the mothers and she made these people sit on the floor because she decided to sit on the floor? Would this be the country that rolled out its goodwill for her just to have her stand in one of the poorest areas complaining that nobody asked her if she was okay? Yeah, that's going to be a big fail. All right, next up, everybody's talking about the only donation. When it gets down to it, nobody gave Harry and Meghan any money for Archewell. It didn't bring any donations. It wasn't doing well. One donor. People are suggesting that this is money that Harry and Meghan had and that they're funding it through Archewell as a means of evading taxes. Also, this story came up saying that Meghan wanted to be rejected by the royal family because she never had any intentions to stay. Considering her track record, I have to say that I totally believe that. She took every little slight to heart because she didn't want to stay there. That's my honest opinion. By the way, another blind item came out that said that they didn't know if Meghan was trying to sleep with the 89-year-old billionaire, that Getty's guy, but they're claiming that she did sleep with his son back in the day before he committed suicide. Unbelievable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ending this with Nate the lawyer and Boozy. Now, apparently, Nate put up a tweet saying that Boozy's attorney sent him a settlement. Looks like the settlement was kind of a joke. And when Boozy found out that Nate had put it up on Twitter, he then put this up where he said, nope, I'm not settling. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not interested in settling, blah, blah, blah. So Nate had a live today, which Boozy watched, and then he did what he usually does. He's putting up tweets. Your wife's a doctor, stop embarrassing yourself. Of course, he's attacking people's families and trying to shame people. This is what he's always done. But here's what's going on now. Nate has a fundraiser going on. He's asking for the money to continue the lawsuit. And in the live, he said, tell your attorney to stop sending us letters because we are absolutely not settling. This is going to go all the way. So as you can see, Boozy's making fun of Nate for asking for donations, and then he puts this up saying, I need donations. So he's asking everybody who's joined Spoutable now to pay for it, not to mention the amount of donations that he's asked for when he was working with Bot Sentinel. I mean, it's almost a joke, you guys, the amount of times he's asked for money, but he's going to make fun of Nate for not wanting to spend his own money to sue Boozy when there's nothing to gain from it. Because Boozy's broke. He can't even pay his own $10,000 judgment. All right, you guys. So you know what's happening. You know all the news. I want you to leave those comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified of my uploads, okay? If you've already hit that button, double check and make sure that you're still subscribed. Don't forget to go into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email, and my Patreon. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.